For day one notes, we're talking about slope. And slope is known as rise over run. So for letter A, from the far left point to this point, we need to figure out, are we going to rise or are we going to fall to get there? And you should see that you have to rise and then run to get there. And if you count how many units you have, you go up 1, 2, and you run 1, 2, 3. And so your slope would be 2/3 because you always put rise on the top of the fraction. So 2 over 3. And then since this cannot reduce, you would just leave it the same 2/3. For part B, you want to again start with the most left point, which is this point here, and we need to figure out how to get here. So we decide, do we rise or do we fall? And we would have to fall to get to here. So I'm going to draw my triangle in, and we count how many we go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And because we go down, that's a negative. And then we're going to go to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we go to the right, that's a positive. So our slope is -4/5, which again cannot reduce, so I'm just going to leave it -4/5. For letter C, we find the most left point, so this is this point here. We figure out, how do we get to here? Do we rise or do we fall? And we have to rise. And then we run. So rise is a positive, 1, 2. Run is a positive, which is 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And I would reduce that one. So I would keep it 1. For letter D, we go to the first point we come to from the left, which is right here in the center. And we figure out, how do we go from here to here? Do we rise or do we fall? And in this case, we would fall and then go to the right. And if I fall, that is a negative. So I go down 1, 2, and I run 2. So -2 over 2 reduces to -1. Okay. And then for E and F, we're still going to follow the rise over run, even though these are special situations. So for this one, I go to the first point to the left, right here. And I got to figure out, how do I get to here? So from this point, can I rise or can I fall to get to here? And you should be saying neither. You can't do any of those things to get to there. So since I can't rise, since I can't fall, that's considered 0. And then how many do I run? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 0 divided by 5 is just 0. And sometimes you will see the word written out for your answer. Sometimes you will just see a 0 for your answer. So either answer is acceptable. For F, when you go to the first left point, well, they're on the same line. So you just choose which one you want. I'm going to pick the one down here to start with. So from here to here, can I rise? And I can. I can go up 3 units. But I'm already at the point, so I can't run left or right, which is a 0, since I can't run. And in your calculator, if you do 3 divided by 0, the calculator will say error. Okay? Which, in this case, means that your slope is undefined. Okay. Also, one thing I want to show you is there's this little guy called Slopeman. And so it's supposed to play off all the words that you use for slope. Positive, negative, undefined, and 0. So you can see here, if the line is rising, like we did over here, it was rising, it's a positive slope. Okay, so that's why it's got positive. If the line is falling from left to right, it's a negative slope, so there's a negative sign. If the line is vertical, then it is undefined, so U for undefined. And then if the line is a horizontal line, like this, then it's a 0 slope. So these are supposed to be little ways for you to remember what they would look like and how to identify them.